She runs! She runs, Meals! Where are we going?
I was about to start first time.
Hello, we're like digging holes for anchors. We have this.
No idea what it is. You found treasure on a pirate ship.
So back to the bow end. Our main objective now is to start repairing the frames and the stringers. So to do that, I'm going to try and clear up this room, find somewhere for the tools, and I'm guessing it's about time we put some shelves up. So I'm going to put up some cheaper shelf brackets. So I think the first start, there's no real, can't use the level, the floor's not square, so we're going to have to just sort of go for it, I think, and run. Something I need to get used to because heavily relying on magnetic screwdrivers. We'll go long, shall we? We'll go long. For now, I'm going to guess about there. We'll on the shelf, do some back measuring maybe off the floor. The floor's not too bad there. So we are 1410. Yeah. 1380. So we'll just lift it up 20 mil or something. I think we'll say that that's golden. Okay, let's go and get our door. So I had a cunning plan, which was this door, I think, was off one of the heads. So instead of taking it off the boat, I'm going to use it as a shelf. Let's see if it fits. Well, it's not going to fit, is it? The door's not really designed for being a shelf, but very big. If we just cut this out of here, can you see that? Cut out there, cut out there, and then it'll go back against the wall, right? So I'm just going to put a couple of reference points. We'll get our tape measure. I'll measure how far back we want the shelf to go. So as I was saying before, the battery decided to hit a flat. We're going to cut around these chunks. Put a few reference marks in it, measured how far back it's got to go. Nothing pretty, it's just a shelf. You think the battery's flat, wouldn't you, but it's not. I'm going to take the wire into consideration, do I? Beauty. Ta-da! Not screwed on yet. So we've got ourselves another door. A bit more heavy duty this one. too, isn't she? Making a brew. So instead of using the plywood that we had downstairs, we're going to use this. This is marginally better. The other one was full of light, but it was basically falling apart. But I know this isn't that great, but it's all we've got at the moment on the boat, so I'm going to make use of it instead of skipping it. Bonus. These are only going to be skinny shelves, but I think we can go for quite a few of them to keep the smaller items on. So we was donated this beauty of a saw by somebody called Mally. One of the good, very good people who supports us. See how sharp she is. She's not really the sharpest, but hey, she's got some power. Yeah, she's a bit blunt line, but she's got some power, so I'll definitely make notes of the size of the blade and get a replacement. That's good. I think Gemma's going to go mad about all this sawdust. To be honest with you, I've not really used a circular saw for a very long time because in the workshop I've got big panel saws and stuff, so I've done worse. It's quite good actually.
Just don't cut me table.
Gemma's saying don't cut the table. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it correct?
I don't want half a table next time I come.
Okay. Well, do you want a quarter?
You okay?
Yeah, bit miserable, but thanks for asking. Okay.
That's good.
Alright, speak to you later. Bye.
Love you.
Love
Be
you too.
safe.
Bye. Be safe. She said be safe. Usually people say safe and sound, but obviously she's not really that worried about the sound. But okay, back to cutting tables in half. So we was also donated this Matika chop saw off guess who? Mally again. Good lad, eh? So not very good at one-handed working. But we need to chop these down now to like 1.5. So that's not going to be a big enough cut. That's a shame, isn't it? Because I've set a rough datum for the lower shelf. Now we can just easily match the rest up. and then impact it and a tape measure, that's it. We cut these corners, what's the chance? So it's gone round with, just cut the corners because obviously with me, he like ends up sort of running into something dopey like that or banging my head maybe, don't know. So I'm going to give a bruise now rather than a cut. That's good. So let's find some stuff to put on the shelves. So as you saw earlier, some shelves are up. So we're now starting to move stuff that's like on the floor or hasn't quite got to home properly yet onto the shelves. Aerosols and stuff like that. So something that's been bugging me for a long time is the anchor winch. What's the chance of it working? Slim to none? None? Marginally slim? So I've unearthed the cables, which they look a bit shocking, but these two here go to the engine room. And it says in the engine room, it says 12 volts. So, but then here we've got two battery terminals. So let's see what happens if we plug it on. So before the lights go off, it's got no sparks. Good or bad, don't know. But then the control. Oh. It was drawing current. Is that good? So that is potentially how you turn it one way. I'm not a clue how you make it go backwards or forwards or whatever, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Think about it, on top of the winch there was actually a little auto control. Let's just see what happens when we start a light. It worked! It worked! It moved! Right, so before we cock anything up, let's undo some of these wires and like make it a bit more controllable. That's the word. So we now got the two, let's say, switch wires. Yeah. I keep really upsetting these. Oh, no. So for bodge's sake, we've got one of these little cleaners. Yeah. So that one. I think my mum bought me this for my birthday. I mean, we're not going to get too much of a connection now because try again. Okay, so that connector's given us some problems. So what do you do? Connector that's given us some problems? Cut it off. God, beautiful. So it works anyway. It works, but I really don't want to mess with it too much because we've got some lines on it outside. I best go and check on the lines, don't I? But that's exciting, that is. Can't really get to it. Should we undo all this? Is it actually worth it today? No. It's not. Let's leave it until come back Saturday, and I've got Gemma with me. But everything's still tight now.
Just when you thought you'd got through an episode without me, ta-da, here I am. I just wanted to pop on. And you may have noticed in this episode Simon is being quite down. He hasn't been his usual cheery self. And I wanted to explain to you why. So 99.9% of you guys that watch our videos are absolutely amazing, and the comments we get off yous are lovely, and you know, people sending us stuff and donations and stuff from Amazon and stuff that we don't even expect and don't even put on our wish list. We get random surprises through the post and it's so nice, and everything we get, we do little videos and we put them on Facebook as we're opening them so you guys can see our genuine reaction as to what you send us. I'm not doing it to try and make money from it, because if that was the case I'd put my videos on YouTube, and obviously, you know, YouTube generates a little bit of money, but we do it on Facebook to show our appreciation to you guys. So last week we'd had one woman, yeah, I'm going to call her Karen for this. So we had one Karen last week, the day that Simon filmed this video. She'd obviously watched one of our opening videos on Facebook and seen the amount of stuff that people were sending, and it's like Christmas for us. We're not used to getting stuff off anyone. We've never asked anyone for anything in our lives, and everything we've got, we've worked for. So it's the kindness of people who want to support us is just absolutely blown us away. So I'm so grateful for people who support us, and you know, we're like a little community now. You come over. If you're not on our Facebook group, come over. You know, everyone is so nice and so supportive. So this Karen then starts writing all nasty comments on the group. So my dad is actually an admin of the group, so he was like not having it, he kicked her out. But then she starts private messaging our supporters. You know, basically, I'm not going to go into it, but do you realise you're funding their future lifestyle, blah 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 blah. I've never misleaded anyone. I've been straight from the start. We're not putting this boat back to original because we don't need a warship. And you know, it's always sort of just been a plan that it's just going to be like our second home or something. You know, we haven't really thought that far, but it's not as if I'm opening a charity and I'm putting it in a museum. You just know from day one that's not my intention. So she's basically messaging our supporters, you know, I've never had anything off anyone, you know, why are you sending this stuff to these people, blah 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 blah. you know, our supporters have seen right through it and basically told it to, in nice words, you know, F off. But it gets into your head, and it makes us like question, are we doing the right thing? Are we, you know, we haven't gone cap in hand to anyone with our beg and bowl out whatsoever. And everything that we've done on Facebook has been led by our brilliant viewers, you know, from Patreon to the Buy Me a Coffee to the Amazon wishlist. Because when I started, I never even knew all that happened. And I'm so grateful for everyone who is supporting us and encouraging us. But you know, it's only that 0.1% that, like, especially Simon, he's been open all the way through this. Simon suffers with his mental health, and it only takes a couple of things like that to send him down on a spiral, and I'm trying to protect him as much as I can from that. And Simon isn't in our Facebook group. He's never really been into social media anyway, but it's like I'm sort of acting as a filter as to what comments I can tell him and what I can't. So I just want to make anyone aware of how one simple comment or one simple message can affect someone's mental health. And I think in this day and age, people need to take ownership for what they're saying, and people need to realise the consequences of their crap talk and comments. Do you know what I mean? And it's so sad. And it's like, there was a YouTuber that I've followed, and she's gone through all this, and last month she actually took her own life. And you go back on her videos and you look at the comments she was receiving, and you think, no wonder that girl was down and depressed. So I just want people to think before they type stuff on keyboards, not just to us, but to anyone on their internet, on YouTube, on Facebook. Just think about what you're writing, and think about the effects that your words can have on people, because people need to start caring a bit more for other people, and, you know, thinking about how their words can affect others. Because, you know, mental health now is not, it's not something you should be ashamed of. It's something that you should be able to talk openly and honest about and say, hey guys, this is how I'm feeling. So, and I hope this inspires people to be able to talk to people and sort of say that what you've said isn't right. And I have had a lot of comments on YouTube and private messages and stuff about how our videos have helped other people who are suffering. So think about what you're saying to others and just be nice, because how nice would the world be if everyone supported everyone else and not tried to, you know, was not jealous. You know, I'm not doing this for the attention. We're doing this to document our journey. I'm just waffling now. That's what I do. I just waffle. So just be nice, be caring for other people, and it'll be a nicer place to live. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me, because you know I just waffle on and on and on and on and on. And I'll be back in next week's video. See you later, bye.